Yo. Okay. Do my Mr. Rogers neighborhood. Would you be, won't you be my neighbor? Hey, boys and girls. Jimmy VIP here. Half of the PMP show. We got info guys sitting there waiting for World War Z to pull up. And we got some pregame conversation. Uh, bear with us because World War Z will be checking in. Y'all know he in New York right now. Uh, at one of these watch parties, so he probably having a hard time even tuning in.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if he even coming. But I had his word. So if I know my guy, if I know my bro, he gonna be here in a second. But I'm praying it's third. I'm praying the Spurs take two in New York.
You
But
praying?
if they lose game three, bro, it's over. Okay.
I don't
But
think it's that, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be over.
but I still got a feeling like the Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling. But yeah, uh,
My
we
bad.
gonna
Yeah.
wait on that.
All right,
But
I
you
was
had
just waiting.
something that you were saying while we was offline.
Um, what was you talking about?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. This case, is that what you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I didn't.
talking
I
about
didn't know. I didn't know much about it. Um, beforehand, really, kind of like you know. I'm not saying I'm numb to stuff these days, but I'm more so like if I feel like maybe we I don't know. I feel like we kind of we it's so many things that happen. It's just like when you gonna start doing something about it. But as far as this young man, I think probably he had the most bravery out of everybody. Shit, if you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? He defended himself. So
yo. There was a joint that I sent to you. Um, it was the clip joint where Charleston White was talking about. We always see blacks getting attacked. You don't got to play it or nothing, but I'm gonna wait till we got a full you know panel of people so we could conversate about that topic. But it was really like we always see acts of violence against blacks. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's a constant, and it's always we boycott or we peaceful protests or whatever, and you know, I'm cool with that, because I'm not one to be like, all right, we need to go to, we need to. And the thing is, I'm with that. I'm with that as well. I just like when you're on a platform, you just got to pretty much, I'm not saying I'm, I'm more, I'm more leaning toward, one than the other, but I feel equally. I feel, being a black man. And since I was little, since I was a minor, you know what I'm saying? Our people have been getting, attacked, whether by gun, whether by dog, whether by police, then different nationalities. So what I heard Charleston White was saying, he was talking about the Trayvon Martin and all these guys, and we know who did it, and we don't ride for that. You know what I'm saying? Like we ride on our own people for neighborhood block shit that we don't even own. You feel me? Like Jay-Z said it too. Don't die for the house that your mama renting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, what do you ride for? Like you riding against people that look like you for some of the stupidest shit. Um, it's just wild to me personally. Um,
I think things happen or whatever. Like I'm not ignorant to that fact. I just don't think it's as a scale that people believe it to be, at least from us. So I'm just like, bro, a lot of us don't even act that way. So like when I hear like hundreds and hundreds of people like died over a weekend, I feel like that's just bullshit propaganda that we kind of like even trick our minds ourselves to believe that that shit is true.
right.
No, reality, I think it's cat. But what I was going to say about this case though is it's always like derailers or agitators or people who come in and kind of like push what's factual into their narrative, right? Or try to like take out the facts and just push towards their narrative, whatever the case may be. And on both sides of whatever aisle that you're trying to be on, whatever you're trying to be. And I feel like we don't prep and prepare ourselves for these things that we know are going to happen. It's like it's a multitude of times and experiences, examples that show that we go through these things, but yet we still continue to do the same things. We go ahead, we get on all the social media, we talk about it, we speak on it. I feel like that's the necessary part. But what are the other elements? Because
Um,
you can't
Action.
and it's like yeah, the action. And it's like there is people who are in action, but why aren't they grouping together, etc.? Why aren't people putting in positions to know more about the law? Like, you know what I'm saying? You hey, get in the pit, you get in the line, say, hey, what you good at? You know, what are you
Yo,
good at? You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
give
saying?
you. I just want to give you an answer on why we are not. Like I've noticed as a people, we go off of the narrative or whatever the Negro urban legend is. Like I always hear people say this. Black people ain't never gonna get together. Man, you know how we get when like we constantly use the like I feel like we be using that as an excuse to come together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like basically what you're saying is that we know what's going on. We see it, but still we choose to do it. It's like we live off a narrative, we whatever's written shall it be for us. But go ahead, but get back to what you're saying. I was just, agreeing to what you were saying because I've seen it. It just feels that. And then when you against the grain, you're looked at as being either like some Uncle Tom or, some uppity Negro or whatever.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Nah, I feel what you're saying, for real. I'm just saying like I feel like being more prepared for the things like this. And I saw like how people on Twitter or whatever, seeing how they help raise money for the boy, like lawyer dues and stuff like that. I'm interested to see what happens. I believe he still might have some type of consequence that comes with it because you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, he killed the white boy, and they in Texas. I don't care what nobody says. People gonna have their biases, especially when it comes.
to
Um,
race.
so you know, it might get acquitted. You know, you never know. It's still ongoing. I think the defense had their they rested their defense rest today. I think now it's like the counter, like prosecution can challenge defense claims can counter prosecution claims, then gets closing arguments, all that shit. But
I don't.
I
I
don't
don't know. I'm. Not, I'm going to read more about it. So next time we talk about it, I'll have more info. But I hope people on Twitter. This is the advice, or to whoever who's commenting. If they would just say two kids and leave color out of the situation, I think it'll be better conversation.
I mean can't leave it out of the situation.
Huh?
You can't leave
Because
it out. You you
I
you
mean,
can't
which
you can't leave it out. It's never gonna be left out because race was the factor of why those boys, instead of just being like, okay, cool, let them chill here for a little bit, it's not a big deal, they made it an issue. And you can't lie to yourself and say it's there's not biases. You know what I'm saying? Because what other reason would be behind you saying you don't belong here, you need to go, or whatever the case may be? And then as it comes out and the transcripts come out, you know, the accounts don't line up. People are saying he was told that he could be in there. You know what I'm saying? It's just all these different variables, all these different things. I just want to hear the facts of the case. What are the transcripts? What are the facts? And then make the assessment there. But at the end of the day, he's innocent until proven guilty. So, you know, I hope the young man does make sure whatever justice in regards to, you know, whether he did it or didn't do it or was in the act of or whatever um, the case may be, people need to just wait for all the facts to line up. I don't know. I just don't want to jump out in the window and then all
me
these other
neither.
things come on and then just be like whatever. But
Me neither.
at the same time, if the basis of the story was true, anybody I feel like who goes up to the police and say, "Yes, I did it," or adult or whatever, and be like, "Yes, I did it in defense of myself," etc. It's like, is they doing a cop out or did they really defend themselves? Because if they
I
ran
mean,
to an authority as opposed to running away as if
right?
no, I didn't do that, it's
No,
like
that I mean, but
that
that
should be a factor right there in
that
itself.
see, but that is a that see, but the prosecution will have a good. That's a good. I mean, the defendant's gonna have a. That's a great because he didn't run. He came. He told. He went straight and told.
I ran
That's always
the because there was nobody around watching the damn play. You know what I'm saying? That de-escalate whatever situation was going on. For him to have to run somebody could have. ran even just to kill somebody, but like scared.
Yo, it's starting to break up a little bit. It's
I
like,
mean,
eh, eh,
it
eh.
depends on what you with, I guess. You talking about your end? I think you just frozen, bro.
Huh?
I said I think you just frozen.
I
Are you using?
froze?
Yeah, you're using your phone?
Yeah.
Uh, probably. One's banging off towers, bro. You, well, I mean, I just had a quick take on it. Like, I'm always advocate for my people, regardless of what they did. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're guilty or not guilty, I just want to make sure that it's fair. You know, it's called fairly. Don't give him a murder one if he didn't. If it wasn't a murder one, don't give him manslaughter if he didn't manslaughter. If it was self defense, call it that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying.
I
But
agree.
anyway, I don't know what your man doing, but looks like it's about that time.
Yeah, game is getting ready to tip off for sure. Um, well, being that this, he ain't here. Go Spurs, and
Yeah,
yeah, that's
bro.
what's up.
I hope you guys can pull this one out because if you don't,
Yeah, it's so. I mean, I know we got to for the sake of the West, for
that's
the
why I
sake
said
of the.
you might get a gentleman's sweep. You
You
know what
said
I'm
that.
saying?
You did
I
say
said
that.
that. I told you before.
Yeah, but I still said Spurs in six, so we could win the next
Only
four.
reason why I said that you guys wasn't there yet because y'all didn't have enough offense. That's the only reason why I said the Thunder didn't beat y'all. The
Bro,
Thunder wasn't even
y'all,
supposed to take
yes.
y'all to seven, bro. They
I
were
mean,
supposed
but
to
we
win
only
four
lost by a
two
point last
four
game.
two five one. The
Yo, we
problem
only
is,
lost by a point last game.
I get it. It's
So
but
that
you not
it could
understand.
be it could be 1-1.
It's not about how many points you win or lose. Is if you win or lose, right?
I mean, I understand
The
that
game
because
slows down, so you more than likely are going to be closer in your points at the end, unless you just get blown out.
nah,
But
they had the game winning. He turned the ball. Nah,
bro, they were up 14-16. It doesn't matter what they did afterwards, bro. They were up for a substantial amount of the game and they lost. So what I'm saying is
that's a fact.
there's nothing wrong with the team wise. Y'all, if the players develop and get better as far as their scoring and etc., then y'all are gonna be strong contention. But that's why I was trying to tell you when it came to the teams, if Thunder was fully healthy, I don't think y'all would have been able to match their offensive prowess because you don't have enough running gunners like New York who can score, not on consistent basis, bro. It's like Champagne be hot for a couple of things, then the next couple of days
Watch.
he's non-existent. The other
Yeah.
ones be hot one game, then non-existent. Then the coach make a stupid mistake, take
Yo, they got
take what you
Trump out
call it
there.
out. What old boys, Ron Harper's son out, and he was hot. It's like they're making way too
They
many
gotta play more
mistakes.
minutes.
They're
They gotta
making
play
way too
more
many
consistent
mistakes.
minutes, man.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they have to have enough people to play defense. So certain people have to be in there to stop all of the offense. That's why I said if you don't have people that can match the scoring of New York, it don't matter how much defense you have. Somebody's gonna crack
Mm-mm.
because too much offense. You're relying on everybody to play them in, and we all know in the NBA because of the extra effort that because these niggas is professionals. You getting bodies in there. You getting elbows. You getting, you know what I'm saying, constantly. That's why I said New York has experience. San Antonio is not there yet, so
Yes.
it just that
That's the
that.
only point. That's the only point that you've made that I agree with is
Ah,
they don't
bro,
have
come on,
experience.
bro, come on, bro. Listen, what I'm saying. You can read the stat line, and it
I
will
can
tell
see
you.
it's still a hey,
Even
hey, come
even
here.
even in the OKC series, I'm telling you.
It's still
So
experience.
I mean, I think that's probably the biggest factor, but there's a lot of other ones. But
I
you
would
know,
say. I agree.
good luck.
Somewhat. I agree.
Good,
I agree to disagree. But
good
look,
luck.
those Spurs
Okay.
game about to start, man. And shout out to Info Guy for getting us linked up. Peace to the bro Z out in New York. Get home safely. And y'all taking this L tonight. Okay? All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.